Oh, just a moment. Apparently the game crashes when I switches in OBS. Alright, no problem. We'll get the game back up again. And yeah, hopefully it should be up right now. There we go. Hello, everyone, and good evening or good morning, wherever you're at. Najumu here, and today we'll be playing Bad End Theater. So I remember watching this quite a while ago. I saw someone play it on stream, but much like Endless Monday, it's been a while since I watched this, and I probably forgot about everything in it. So I did find the art style very charming, despite the, you know, very, very gruesome endings. Because you see the content warning up there. It says that there's blood, gore, and violence. And there's some strong language, but as the disclaimer said, it's all in good, it's all pretty lighthearted, so it's nothing to worry about. But yeah, so apparently the only thing that you should be getting in this game, no matter what, apparently because you pick one of 4 characters from what I remember, whatever ending you can get, it has to be a bad ending. But, you know, there might be a chance that we may get a good ending. So, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's start, shall we? Let's enter. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. We will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. You are a human doll or the demon doll? Let's see. You know what? Let's try human. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Okay, so we either attack it or play nice. But remember, because this is the bad end theater, if we attack it, it may kill us. But if we're nice to it, it'll probably kill us too, right? This is probably a trick question, isn't it? I have a feeling that this is a trick question, but you know what? We'll try to be nice. You try to make friends with the demon doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. Friggin' knew it. I friggin' knew it. You found your very first bad ending. But don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. Okay, we pick the demon doll. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? You know, we still may get a bad ending if we still play nice. But if we attack it, the human may attack us back and kill us. I think there is no point in contemplating on which choice, because it'll either way be a bad ending. You know what? I want to be nice. If it gives us a bad ending, fine. Oh, you and the human doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Oh, well, that's lovely. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited for my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. Now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now, try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Okay, so let's have... Okay, let's pick the human doll. Okay. He's hostile. You attack it. You kill the demon in cold blood. How ruthless. End tutorial. I think I get the idea. Do you understand how to play? Yeah, I get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. All right. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. You are... Okay, who are we going to pick? We're going to pick the hero. We're going to pick the maiden. We pick the underling, or we pick the overlord. Let's see, the hero, well, looks like any hero. Maiden looks very nice. The underling looks, well, slightly scary. And then we have the overlord. Should we actually go in order? It shows 0 out of 41, so that means like we have 41 endings to get? Interesting. Let's see. Let's go by order. Let's go with the hero. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. I don't get it either, honestly. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. Demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Oh, just a moment. There we go. Okay, bravely slaughter the evil creatures or flee like a coward. Oh, no, no, no. I ain't playing that coward game. If they're gonna attack us, we're gonna attack them. You make quick of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There is no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Cut through the demon army, ask if they'll let you in. No, you can't talk to them. Look at them. They're just standing right there menacingly. And you're going to think they're asking them to get in, they're going to let you get in? No, they're going to kill you. And we actually level up from beating the mob, so let's cut through the demon army. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after the other on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. Get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief. Your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. Great evil has been banished from this world. What does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? Stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring her back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero and well, I didn't expect that. Although, considering how this is the bad end theater, of course you're going to have a twist ending where the maiden isn't even rescued. Okay, can we reset the stage? We can reset the stage. We can try the hero again. Skip. Let's try fleeing like a coward. Let's see what happens this time. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. Wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Alright, I'm gonna ask them if they'll let us in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. Also, that wasn't expected. Wow. I didn't think they were gonna be okay with that. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? I wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you. You're the first human that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all. You can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden, was never found. Useless hero end. Okay, I think we're done with this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with the maiden. No, we can't do that. We choose the maiden? Okay. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day, because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. But why her specifically? I'm pretty sure there are lots of other girls in the village, but it has to be her? She has to be the chosen one? There's got to be a catch to it, right? You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone. But maybe the demons haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your God, asking why you have been born into this role of a maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You'll leave a note and venture forth to find a demon. Just to, see what happens. Well, you know the saying, curiosity killed the cat. And it may kill you too, lady. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. Looks pretty scary. You shout for a hero to come save you or introduce yourself. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll introduce ourselves. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps at you and starts biting. A lot. How painful. The plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything. Of course, this was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Consumed maiden end. Alright, let's reset the stage. We'll go back here with the maiden. Skip. Shout for a hero to come save you. You yell, but a hero does not come. Oh, still same ending. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh wait. Sorry, I left the game for the beginning. Alright, let's go to the underling and see what happens. You are a demon underling in the service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. A lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she's kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh, something wicked is coming her way. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. So, I mean, we're gonna do either of them either way, but since it gives us a new emotion, we're gonna try overthrowing her. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest that maybe you should be the new overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them that you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass, wild and free. Rolling in the grass, that's what you're gonna do? I mean, it's certainly a very physical activity, so I think that's fine. Ah, there it is, the maiden. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. Consider your options. Gobble her up or tell her to quit yelling. Well, we already gobbled the maiden up in her ending. We'll just tell her to quit yelling. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started to talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you. Because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? I know, right? Everything has to be in English. Like when you want to go anywhere and you want to have people understand you, you can't just like speak the mother tongue. You have to speak English. Like even when you go to study and do further education, especially if your job is requires you to go to multiple countries, you have to understand English. And English as a language by itself is kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up, honestly. So many things that don't make any sense when you write them and when you pronounce them. It's ridiculous. If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? Makes sense. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left at the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, and hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything is cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. Oh, that's not bad. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. Mention how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. You shouldn't have said that, lackey. You shouldn't have said that. She gives you a look and you say, that was a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. Decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room and find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Huh? What shall we do here? It's because we had the hero ending where he manages to kill all the demons. There's a skull here, which means like it's going to end the route. I mean, if you see your buddies dying like that, excuse me, you may expect the person to immediately commit to revenge. So we're gonna avenge our fallen comrades. Who does this guy think he is, coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who someone brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. Ooh. Well, they didn't lie with that disclaimer at the start of the game. The hero struggles. You feel a sword go through you. There is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious underling end. Okay, that wasn't a very bad ending. Oh, it was a bad ending for the hero, but not for the underling. Alright, let's try some of the other choices. Let's see. Let's go for hungry, for example. Let's try again. Skip. Let's not. You tell your friends that you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably and there's nothing to do. Others nod, but don't seem to be convinced. They say a coup d'etat or coup d'etat? I'm not sure how I can pronounce this. Would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still going to be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Friends praise your mischievous ways. Oh, we already seen that. I'm gonna gobble her up. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure out you should live to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much of a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Other humans will surely praise you with curses if they weren't around to see. Oh man, if someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. Haven't even done anything yet. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna put on a show. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause! Bravo! Congrats on being a murderer. You think, hey, that's actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. Curtain closes. Performer underling end. Okay. Alright, nice. Okay, so let's go to the Overlord. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle, surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for these pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hope they'll leave you and your army alone. But they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord as they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. Whenever your underlings walk into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding in the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? He gives us a new option, but I want to try to just be nice to him and grant them the day off. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. Well, that's not going to last for very long. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Let's go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Well, she looks pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie, especially with that expression. You wonder what to say. Tell her she'd better go home or let her stay for a while. You know what? I think this might be the beginning of a very beautiful friendship. Let her stay for a while. Can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. Yeah, everyone, like in media, everyone thinks like demons are bad. They all want to destroy humans. They want to eat humans. But what about the good demons, or the demons who just want to like laze around and just do nothing? I mean, that's one thing that they have in common with humans. Who doesn't want to be lazy and just relax and do nothing? You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You always bring up how you instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time, it's a hero. Uh-oh. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by her kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Did anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding had led to any horrible consequences. Well, at least for now. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. Surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Uh-oh. Is she already smitten by her? Uh-oh. We got a love triangle coming here? I'm gonna let her go. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. Close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. What? Well, that escalated quickly. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something is blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? Usurped? I have zero foresight. What castle would they rule if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you. This is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. Choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. Excuse me. You can't help but you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. See them in hell. Wow. Well, you think for a minute that, oh my god, we finally get a good ending. Like, the maiden's getting rescued, the hero doesn't have to kill anyone, and the overlord's misunderstanding is gone. But no, there has to be a bad ending. Let's reset the stage. Okay. We got 6 out of 41 right now. What is this? What does this do? Did we exit the game? Ah, okay. Okay, so we have 2 out of 11 endings for the hero, 1 out of 11 for the maiden, 2 out of 9 for the underling, and 1 out of 10 for the overlord. Okay. So, let's see. Let's try dutiful and polite and see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Diplomatic. They can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier you haven't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well. More experience points for you. You make your way to the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. Make it to the Overlord's chamber, and hope you're still in time to save the maiden. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Well, here's the thing. In this, we actually managed to kill all of our army. If we ask the maiden, and then the Overlord knows that you managed to kill her demon army, she's gonna get pissed. But it does follow the heroic route. But let's ask the maiden. Okay, she explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out of the door. See her army in lifeless, bloody piles. Oh no. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. You hope she'll let the whole thing slide if you can just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart, and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Tragic hero end. Okay, let's try to get another one. This one. Skip. We do this. Let's see. Beautiful. Destroy the Overlord. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after slight hesitation. You must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Okay. Triumphant hero end. Okay. Let's see how many endings did we get for the hero. We got 4 out of 11. Right. I think maybe we should try finishing on a character basis. So, for example, we finish the hero. We get all the 11 bad endings for the hero, or 11 endings for the hero, and then the maiden, and then the underling, and then the overlord. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Well, maybe we can do that. Alrighty, let's move back. Let's pick diplomatic. And go for possessive. Remove the polite. Let's try diplomatic and possessive. Let's see how it goes. Pick the hero again. Let's skip this. Lead like a coward. Ask if they let you in. The overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some kind of casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Ask. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. That was probably a dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. Ask her to return with you, to reassure everyone of her safety. But the overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. You tell the overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume that she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The overlord pauses before she jumps. Before suddenly jumping at you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible! You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed those evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero end. Okay. Okay, so we remove diplomatic, dutiful, and let's try disloyal. Let's see what happens with this. Skip. Let's go. Skip. Oh yeah, that's yeah, I can't use that. Let's see. Let's have tyrant and dutiful and tyrant. Let's see how that goes. Okay, here we go. Let's go hero. Not much different there. Oh, it's already picking both of them. Let's see. Antisocial, for example, and polite. Let's see. Hero. Flee like a coward. On your way to the overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the overlord's castle is, like, right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the overlord, and it turns out that the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. I will believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. even though her story is kind of hard to believe. You feel like you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. Townspeople must be informed of this immediately. If history and media tells us anything, 90% of the time, villagers would not believe anything about the opposing enemy actually being a good guy. No way. They always groupthink and think that there is an enemy. They are definitely 100% our enemy. We don't care. We just need to defend ourselves. The two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look at you for explanation. You politely inform them that it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. I think this is not gonna go well whatsoever. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the overlord immediately and says that he'll keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Do you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling that it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she is obviously a liar and a witch from the start. See? Exactly what I said. 90% of all villagers have to have a villain. They have to find anyone that could be different from them as a villain. It just never changes. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. That doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the overlord's castle. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? Not miasma, miasma. No, you realize that it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she stopped in her tracks. The overlord's castle engulfed in flames. Oh, yeah. That's the ending where... excuse me. That's the ending where the army in her castle betrays her. You had only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. Uh-oh. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. You think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. You return to the villages and tell them that there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero end A. Oh, there's an end B here too? Okay. Hold on. Let's try this again. How many endings do we have? I have 6 out of 11 endings. Alright. More than halfway through. Now let's try this again. A Skipola. Lee. Skip. She can't be trusted. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught your whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this. She gets very upset that you think she would lie to you. She storms off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. That took care of itself. You take your time walking home. Job well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw from earlier? Oh, she's put on the stake. Ah, they pulled off a Jeanne d'Arc, huh? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly as the flames consume the maiden. She must have done something wrong, something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice though, you think. Evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day and return to your house. You can't escape this thinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Spectator hero end A. Oh, so there should be an end B too. Okay. Let's see. I think we should be having 7 endings, right? Yeah, 7. Only a few more to go. Ah, okay. Shows the... Okay. So we pick antisocial. Then we have dutiful. Alright, we can try that. Dutiful, polite, and antisocial. Alright, let's go. Slaughter. And she runs away from you for some reason. You wonder what's that all about. But then you remember you're covered in demon blood. Not wanting to look like you're a crazy person for chasing after her or anything, you nonchalantly walk back to town. Oh, okay, we saw that. Spectator hero and B. Okay, let's reset the stage. Oh, it's not a new ending. Okay. I thought it was going to give us a new ending. Okay. I see. Alright, we already got this. Already got this. Oh, okay. So we have the underling here. Okay, so we have antisocial. Oh, I think we need to unlock something here. Or maybe not. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try this. Because it's gonna give us a new bad ending. Okay. Yeah, we need the underling. We need to get the underling here. So what are we gonna do for the underling? Let's go for disloyal. Right? Let's go with the hero again. Skip. Fight. Oh, okay. Instead of hungry, let's pick him hungry. Let's go. Try again. Okay, we managed to get that. Let's check the tree here. Do we need to unlock another for the maiden? We might need to unlock another one for the maiden. Yeah, we may need to unlock this. Okay, so we're gonna go here, here, here. Maiden and antisocial. Okay. I think we may need to unlock this emotion in order to actually continue with the story. For the hero, at least. Okay. Let's go back. Remove this. Remove this. And let's go with the maiden. Skip. Introduce yourself. Skip. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you can understand the role better if you were hurry up and get taken by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have been really listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. And she's like, oh man, I'm not ready for this headache, she's thinking. Humans already give me too much of a headache. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything that would agitate humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe that you've been lied all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. Makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord tells you that you should get lost. How rude. You just got here. Oh, look at that. The image of the maiden, she's kind of cute. I like the super deformed look that some of the characters have. This gives us a new emotion. Okay, obedient. Obey her. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to get home. On the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think that you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve! You are very upset that this so-called hero would treat you that way, and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask? You could have not possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't horrible creatures we know them to be. So they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fear and hatred of things they never cared to know? It's more common than you think, maiden. It's a lot more common than you think. You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been different to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You have always lived honestly. So why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. Ah, you are so sorry. Man, that sucks. You know, a lot of issues that happen between people can be resolved if they just basically communicate with each other and that no misunderstandings happen. I mean, communication as a whole is pretty hard for some people, but we actually discussed with each other and probably try to understand each other, then maybe a lot of the world's conflicts won't happen. But, that's a naive train of thought, and, many people tried that before, and, well, history happened. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's reset the stage. Okay, now we have obedient. Okay, so I think every character should have 4 emotions that they should go for. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Let's go to the hero. We have anything new here? Ah! Okay. Finally unlock this. I think perhaps we may need to unlock all the emotions first before we try to finish the character branches, because it seems to be tied with the emotions that you need to unlock. Okay, I thought it's easy enough in order to, we need to finish with one character at a time, but that doesn't seem to be the case. All right, so let's look at Maiden. Let's see. Okay. Maiden meets the Overlord, antisocial. Maiden stays with the Overlord, beautiful, heroic. Okay. Trusting. Go back. Let's see this. Let's try possessive, for example. Let's see how that goes. Alright, let's go for the maiden again. Introduce yourself. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize they might have not been the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling her the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought the demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same for humans. Yeah, that expression, golden. Golden. It's like, yeah, I know that feeling too well. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, I think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back at home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize that he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks you on what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you are never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that the whole misunderstanding had led to any horrible consequences. For now. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The overlord suddenly jumps at the hero. She tears him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Has she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means. There's no one left to save you. You belong to the overlord now. Capture Maiden, End A. Okay. You still didn't unlock a new emotion. But we did get a bunch of new endings. We got only 3 for the maiden. Let's see her route. Still a little bit more. Okay. There's some antisocial, obedient, and trusting. Trusting, obedient, antisocial. Let's try that. Skip. Introduce yourself. Skip. Obey her. Skip. He is very surprised that the demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They all had been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. I think it's kind of a repeat of the hero one. The villagers seem confused and they look for the hero for an explanation. He tells them that he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that isn't really his story to tell. You explain to them how you met the overlord, and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. Villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours. You don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story and volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone is this hesitant to believe you. Does this hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the overlord immediately. He said you should have held prisoner, and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if you were conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed in a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Ah, there's the new emotion. Okay. Grab the hero and run! Just a second. Let's fix ourselves. There we go. You boldly announce that you will accompany the hero to prove yourself. You rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. Grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. As you approach the castle, you notice something's gone terribly wrong. It appears to be on fire. Is the Overlord alright? You have to be sure everyone is safe. Already taken before off, the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons. The Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke! A maiden saving the Overlord? If you'd just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. Aw, man. She was just trying to rescue her new bestie. But it was not meant to be. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless Maiden, End A. Alright, now let's check the branches. Did we unlock anyone here? No, we still didn't unlock that yet. We still have one more emotion to unlock for the Maiden. Let's check the Maiden. What do we have here? Okay. Beautiful and heroic. And that potentially gives us another bad ending. Okay, so antisocial. Dutiful and heroic. Okay. Beautiful, heroic, and antisocial. We'll pick the Maiden. Skip. Shout for a hero? The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. You seem to be more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. Tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand the role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have been really listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. Oh, this is a repeat, but you can't skip that because it's a new route. Yeah, she never had plans to capture anyone. We already read this. Let's see, maybe we can get some new lines. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Okay. Yeah, we already read that. Let's see. Say, refuse to leave. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but she doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize that they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. Okay. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. Yeah, we read that before. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Well, there comes the hero. Oh no. Yeah. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Oh no, the hero! Oh, this is not gonna end well. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Oh, so there's the new one. Yeah. Let's get that. Martyr. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny. It's funny, you think. You never could imagine this would be the way that you die. The roles are switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Sacrificial Maiden End. Okay, we got all 4 of them for the Maiden. Excellent. Alright, let's look back at the hero and see if we can finish. If we can finish his route. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Ah, there we go. That's this one. Alright, alright. So, beautiful. Maiden is upset. And then a heroic. And then we move to martyr. Okay. But yeah, we mentioned like we need to get all the emotions here in order to try to complete each character. So let's move on to the move on to the underling. Let's see what the underling has. Underling has not very much. Not very much. Okie dokie. So, underling, tyrant, disloyal, hungry, and dutiful. Okay. Hungry, disloyal, tyrant, beautiful. Let's go for underling. Let's overthrow her. Try saving yourself? You look around the lifeless forms of those you have known for as back as you remember. You feel glad to be not in their shoes. Also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee from the castle, until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you live peacefully, alone, in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling end. Ah, nice. Okay. Let's go back to the flowchart. Okay. So, can have another ending. So, we have polite, disloyal, diplomatic, and possessive. Polite, disloyal, diplomatic, and possessive. Polite, diplomatic, disloyal, and possessive. Is that right? Let me check. We need to make sure. Polite, disloyal, diplomatic, possessive. Okie dokie. Let's go. Skip. She's surprisingly cool with it? Nice! You set off on your adventure outside of the castle. Alright, we saw that. She greets you and she says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Okay, hear her out. You're in a good mood today and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. I hadn't guessed it would be even possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Okay, we read that. They seem to be getting along fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them on what their deal is. Damn. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put in a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out, and being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How would we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Disloyal. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the overlord, you know how bad it is to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, always pretend that you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of false confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea on how they want to go about this. They figured they just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. Realize your friends are a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. And while showy deaths make a revolution a heck a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. Can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. Sneak up to the overlord's room. There's a couple of humans in there. Watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. The Overlord distracted, you figure this is a good time to as any. This is as good a chance as any. Whoa! God damn! Brain fart! You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. Whoa! Damn. If it wasn't for the cute art, this would have been M-rated immediately. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. Tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord. Heroic underling ending. Okay. Let's check underling. We still didn't unlock. Oh, this is a big chain. Oh, we can't use that one. Alright. So. Polite, disloyal, social, obedient, trusting, resolute. And that might give us a new ending. Let's move back. And that. Let's check again. Oh no, we need underling. Underling is... yeah, disloyal. Trusting and antisocial. Okay. Let's go, underling. Hear her out. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who is still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Oh! Damn. Faithful underling end. Okay. Let's see, who else? Underling. I think we didn't reach that. We got a new bad ending. Yeah, antisocial, trusting, and resolute. Okay. Disloyal. See if he got that right. Disloyal. He didn't use any. Okay. Social, obedient, trusting, resolute. Okay. Let's go. Skip. Okay. Skip. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Ah, here's the new one. Toss her in the dungeon. You and your friends seize the maiden. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. Only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. Leave her in her cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero arrived at the front gates. He's asking about a maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think. What an idiot, you think. Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, prepare to face justice! Another such cliche hero lines, or driving his sword into the goalkeeper's torso. Gatekeeper's torso. Goalkeeper? Huh? Now this isn't soccer. Why did I say goalkeeper? You're small compared to a lot of your friends, and you're able to slip away without getting cut up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle and worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? I couldn't tell you that this was a... Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. Have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stopped moving. You finish off the hero next. Can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who manages to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. Yes, you are the ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your Overlord. Damn, Lord Underling. Okay, let's take a look again. How many routes does Underling have left? I think 1, 2, 3. Not bad. I think there's still a third character we need to unlock. Okay, Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry, and then Underling returns to the castle. Yeah, I think they saw that. I want that person with the question mark up there. Or maybe it's going to be an ending. Resolute, trusting, obedient, antisocial, disloyal. Okay. Let's go back again. Obedient. Let's see. Yeah, it's obedient. Resolute. It's obedient and resolute. Okay. We'll get rid of that. And yeah, we do have disloyal. And do we have antisocial? I believe that we do. Yeah, we definitely did get that. Right. Let's go. Hmm. Is it disloyal? Oh, yeah, it is disloyal. You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard... Yeah, okay, we're at that. Let's try again. Okay. Social, obedient, trusting. Ah, we forgot the hero. We gotta make him trusting. Okay. Start again. Oh man, did I miss something? I think I did miss something. And let's try again. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck! Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. Dash into the castle after the humans. Oh, I didn't expect they're gonna go for a swear here. Alright. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. Uh-oh. They cry that it was all your idea, and that they were going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. Oh man, they backstabbed him. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful if you want to, like, commit to plans or talk about really super secret things. Unless you 100% trust that person in order to, like, keep their word. If you barely know a person and you confide them with, like, super secret stuff that people even in your family don't know, and they turn out to be malicious, then yeah, that's a massive mistake. And surprisingly, you get to see a lot of people fall for it. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place. Crushed beneath my heel. Oh. I bet some demons are gonna like that. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and 2 humans. And then the room busts into flames. You pound the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you had sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. Ooh, god dang. What a way to go. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling and we still didn't unlock their third emotion. Unless there isn't? Oh, there's only 2 endings left. Ah, but we can't get those 2 endings unless we get one more from the maiden. No, not one more from the maiden. One more from the Overlord. Yes. Okay, we can try something. Okay. So don't be a tyrant. Or there is this route. This is pretty quick. Tyrant, hungry, beautiful. Alright, let's try that. Beautiful, hungry, tyrant. Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Their servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Entering too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice, comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick, just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. Wake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? I like this sentence. What the hell, guy? Yeah, we actually go into this kind of serious narrative, and then it's like, hey, what the hell, guy? What are you doing here? Why are you just barging into my castle and just waving that stick of yours around and trying to stab everyone? And we didn't do anything to you? What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. Jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you are holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs you and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. Conquered Overlord then. Okay. Reset the stage. Oh, I think we're past the halfway mark. Nice. Nice. I wonder if we could finish it tonight. I'd be surprised if we did. Let's see, Overlord. I already got that ending. Let's see, we need to unlock her last personality trait. Okay. Diplomatic and heroic. We can try that. This could give us another ending, so... Okay. So, diplomatic and heroic. Wait, let's move back. Heroic and diplomatic. Remove these. And we'll go with the Overlord. Skip. Grant them the day off. Skip. Let her stay for a while. He suddenly strikes, cutting you through his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Oh, you've gone soft. How could you let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome, you can't outrun your destiny. The hero always slays the Overlord. You should have never trusted a human. You watch as the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Slain Overlord end. Okay. Okie. So let's look here. Overlord. And she get this ending. So let's go for dutiful. Back. Bump. Dutiful and Overlord. Skip. Grant them the day off. Let her stay for a while. You notice the sounds of the battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her that it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why did they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out of the door. You are not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about, your castle has really taken it out of you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save her. To save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. We're just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. You are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason, and no longer hold yourself back and lash at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Wrathful Overlord and... Okay. Another ending in the books. Let's see what we can do. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we have possessive and diplomatic. That should be next, right? Wait. This gives us another bad ending. Ah, but this could unlock the new emotion. Okay. So we can go antisocial, obedient, trusting, and resolute. And then disloyal. Okay. I need to get this down. Antisocial, resolute and obedient, trusting, and disloyal. Okay. Disloyal, obedient, resolute. Was it trusting? Let's go back there. Yeah, trusting. And antisocial. Okay. Antisocial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Skip. Give them the day off. Skip. Tell her she'd better go home. You'd love to have all the conversations of the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here would definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure out you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They are followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. Yeah, shut your trap. I love that expression. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Oh no. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately all you do is sleep. I mean, doesn't everyone? I wish I could just, rest and get enough hours of sleep, but, that was something I was privileged to have when I was a child. Not anymore when I'm an adult. A group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. And in an instant, the whole room is in flames. Underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed the moment she spoke to you. I wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. The cry for mercy that they never were dragged into this plot, knowing that they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Ah, so there is a new option, finally. Merciful. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise to not interfere. They stop moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. Does it make you feel any better? Underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful overlord. Oh. Wait, hold up. We still didn't get that emotion, though. Hold on. Let's go back here. Huh. That's odd. We should have gotten merciful, though, right? Wait, let's try this again. We should have gotten merciful, but it didn't get unlocked here. That's odd. Eh? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, I thought that the word merciful was on the top option, but it's on the bottom option. Well, silly me. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Okay. Overlord's true end. Oh no. Before you're taking back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. Oh man, so that's the true ending for the Overlord? Really? It has to be that kind of bad ending? Oh man. True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Ooh, but you should have been well aware of what you've been shown once you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on the next ending is always yours. I'll leave it to you, dear guest. Cool. So now we got all the emotions for Overlord. The only one left is Underling. Alright, let's try to get that last emotion for Underling. Let's see. Okay. So, here we go. This should be the one. Okay, so we have Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry. Okay. Tyrant, Disloyal, and Hungry. Okay. Tyrant, Disloyal, and Hungry. Okay. Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry. Okay, Underling time. Let's overthrow her. Gobble her up. Put on a show, I guess? Okay, we'll do it again. Skip. Skip. Change your mind and leave. You figure if the people are this upset at the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate the any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. Just one little underling after all. The little day out has been adequately refreshing. Return to the castle, thinking you'll take a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. And they're very eager to talk to you about the whole kill the Overlord plan. You admit you hadn't given it much thought and only just remembered it was a thing. Your friends questioned your loyalty to their cause. Okay, disloyal. Skip that. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap as usual. This is almost too easy. Silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Ah, this is a new one. Coward. Chicken out. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked whisper, you ask them to let you out. It seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them that this is pretty fucked up and ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demon shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe those assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Ah, cowardly underling. And yeah, we got all of them. Unlocked all the actors' behaviors. Nice. Excellent. Okay, so now, what is the idea? Shall we go through the true endings for all three characters now? I wonder if it's going to give us an ending. It might not give us a true ending, but it might give us an ending. Okay, let's look at the hero. Oh? Did we not unlock all of them? Hold on. Okay. Hero, beautiful, heroic, and martyr. Wonder what else it's going to give us, because there seems to be another. Could there be another personality? Okay, we can try that. We can go beautiful and martyr. Okay. Beautiful and martyr. Let's go hero time. Slaughter. Wade through the army. Heroic? You lunge forward to put an end to the evil Overlord. But your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. Pick up the Overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the Overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Loyal hero end. Okay. So we didn't unlock the continuation, it seems. Oh, wait. I was looking at it the wrong way. I should have looked at it this way. So, diplomatic and disloyal. Diplomatic and disloyal. This was going to reach us to this branch. Okay. Diplomatic and disloyal. Alright. Diplomatic and disloyal. I'm going to look at merciful a little bit later. But I want to see what it's going to unlock for us. Fleeing like a coward. Diplomatic. Ask the maiden what's going on. The overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. Oh yeah, those definitely look like a sussy bunch. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that the demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate with what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. Followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back to the little one. The demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves with noise until the overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. You have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety. You certainly will. A group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest, and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped, together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this. You envy her. The two of you, the overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. Resigned hero end. Okay, let's see what we... that's odd. Did we get everything? Yeah, yes we did. Okay, I think we may as well finish the hero while we're at it. Yeah? Okay. Okay, antisocial, obedient, trusting, and disloyal and captor. Okie. Trusting, captor, antisocial, I believe. Let's see. Antisocial. Okay. I think I got them right. Oh, yes. Obedient. Okay, let's go, hero. Skip. Feel like a coward. Trusting. When you reach the castle gates, you ask the demons if they've seen the maiden. They have. They inform you she's being held in the dungeon at the moment. She trusts them, and in return, they lock her up. So demons are truly evil beings after all. You demand they take you to her, but they do not let you pass. You have expected as much from these unreasonable creatures. You know what you must do. You thrust your blade through the demon before you and rush the castle alone. You're the only one who can save the maiden now. What the fuck are you doing killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You know, now that I think of it, this is supposed to be based off like some kind of a fantasy trope, but they use all kinds of swear words like the F word and bullshit and whatnot. Interesting language, to say the least. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes to black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero end. The underling actually killed him. Right, so I think the only one left for the hero is the true ending. And to get the true ending, we can go for diplomatic, disloyal, and merciful. Okay. Diplomatic, disloyal, and merciful. Diplomatic, disloyal, and merciful. All right, let's get that true ending. Diplomatic. Ask. Is she going to kill it as a retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? I guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Hero's true end. Yeah, no matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair, or... A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 1. Wait, let's read that letter. Hold on. What is this? My love, it just isn't fair at all, isn't it? For them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable. Cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. I wonder who Tragedy is. Alright, so we have 11 endings left. I think we were able to clutch it, unless we get a surprise number of branches that pop up for no reason. Okay, who's next up to finish? We have Underling. Let's get Underling's true ending. 1, 2, Disloyal, antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, and merciful. Wait, let's get that true ending for the little guy. Okay, disloyal, antisocial and merciful, obedient and resolute, and trusting. Antisocial, obedient and resolute, and what was that last one again? I need to actually get a notepad and write them down, but you know, it's easier to test my memory in order to remember these. Doki, obedient, trusting. Yeah, it should be trusting. Okay, trusting. All right, underling, true ending. Let's go. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You all burn together. Yep, it's the same ending for all four of them. Underling's true ending. Letter flutters from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 3. Okay, let's see the letter. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you've always listened to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Oh, that's kind of sad. We still have quite a bunch to do for Maiden, so I think next up should be Overlord. Okay, so let's get one of the endings. Let's see. Dutiful, heroic, and martyr. Let's do that. Okay, nothing here, nothing here. Dutiful, heroic, and martyr. Alright. Dutiful, heroic, and martyr. Alright. Overlord time. Skip. I grant him the day off. Let her stay for a while. The maiden shouts something behind you, and you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest and she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not been sated. You go on to destroy them all and become the ruler of the entire world. Vengeful Overlord, End A. Okay, that's one's done. What's next? Next up is diplomatic and possessive. Okay. This diplomatic and possessive. Overlord time. Skip. Grant them the day off. Let her stay for a while. Possessive. Keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell her, you tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. You are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to our village? Now she doesn't have to leave. Take a step forward toward the maiden. She backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. The yandere ending. Selfish overlord end. Okay. Alright, 2 more endings. Let's see. A tyrant. Hungry. A tyrant, hungry, and disloyal. Tyrant. We'll do her. Tyrant. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home, to your surprise. You figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Ooh, okay. Let me do a little bit of a stretch. Let me try to stand up for a little bit, because I've been sitting for too long. Need a little stretch in order to continue. Okay, let's continue. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you've already been mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Assassinated Overlord end. A last one. Okay, so for the last one, for the Overlord at least, what shall we do here? Disloyal and trusting. Okay. Tyrant, disloyal, and trusting. And this gives us this ending. Okay, trusting. Let's go. Wait, did I miss something? Hold on, let's go back. Let's check back here. We have disloyal, hungry, and tyrant. But the hero we have him trusting, right? Oh, it's the same ending. That's odd. Wait, should we remove, for example, hungry? You can try that. You thought you told the underling to do their job, not to drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized breakaway from the castle. You scold them. Ultimately, You were a little interested in this guest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden. Oh, you've already seen that. Let them go. I'm almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. Although that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in. Oh, yeah, we already seen that. Forgive them, I guess? Wait, hold up. Am I looking at this the wrong way? Wait, I am actually... Oh! There's an alternate route as well. Okay. We could try something else. A tyrant, an antisocial, obedient, disloyal, and trusting. Maybe we could try that kind of combination. Okay. Maybe this will give us the proper ending. Disloyal. Obedient. And antisocial. Okay. Obedient, trusting, disloyal. Let's see. Disloyal. Obedient. Antisocial. Antisocial. Let's try that. Grant them the day off. Antisocial. Wake up to the sounds of battle. A hero is cutting through your army. As the Overlord, it's your job to take charge in these kind of situations. You rush out to end this hero's pitiful existence. Vile demons, I shouldn't have believed for a second that you were anything but pure evil. I'll exterminate you all! You don't really get what he's going on about, but you engage regardless. Girl's gotta defend her people. You clash again and again, but the hero isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health, waiting for the other to make a move. When one of your underlings appears behind him, they knock the hero unconscious. You kind of appreciate it, but they can't see this was a duel? They don't respond to you. You sense murderous intent. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You could barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. Can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Betrayed Overlord End A. Okay, that's all of them. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 4. Alright, let's check this. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications. And yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day, even now. I wonder if, somewhere, you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. I wonder what this leads up to in the end. But we still have a chunk of endings we need to get for the Maiden. Quite a bit. I wonder if there's going to be like, oh my god, more routes are showing up, but we'll see. Okay, so for the first one, we have antisocial, obedient, trusting, disloyal, and captor. Okay, antisocial, obedient, trusting, and capture. Okay. Antisocial, trusting, obedient, and capture. Maiden! Do you leave on your own? You can prove yourself without anyone's help and make a run to the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. Ah, it's the smoke ending. We already read that one. Yeah. Okay, it didn't unlock us a new ending? No, it didn't. Did I pick polite? No, I shouldn't pick polite. Yeah, there is no polite here. She's just, obedient? Yeah, she's just obedient. Okay. Let's go again. Obey her. Leave on your own. A suspicious group of demons stand just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. Continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Imprisoned maiden end. Okay, not that ending. Now, what is next? Let's try this one right there. Heroic, dutiful, and antisocial. Okay. Okay. Antisocial, heroic, and dutiful. And it's the maiden. Refuse to leave. Do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord, and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you, saying that it's time to go home. The glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then, you can't escape the smell. All of this is because of you, wasn't it? Exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. Complacent maiden end. Okay? Okay, 4 more endings. Okay, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Antisocial, diplomatic, possessive, and disloyal. Okay. Diplomatic, disloyal, antisocial, and possessive. Let's go. Rent of the day off. Antisocial. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but also don't want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. That's your better judgment. You let her hang out for a little while longer. Okay, we already read that. Oh, there we go. The hero comes in. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Keep her here. The maiden. Oh, did we do this? Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already. It's one of your underlings, the maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. Oh man. Yeah, she died from the underling. Been slain by her betrayed overlord. Ah. But that's not a new ending, isn't it? That's not a new ending. Wait, did I click on the overlord by mistake? I think I did. Oh my goodness. I think I clicked on the overlord by mistake. Now that explains why. Why is this repeating again? Alright, let's do this again. But the overlord stops, or rather, someone has stopped her. Whatever held back your scream before, it doesn't help you this time. Ah, yes. Everyone stopped moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done, even though it was awful. You feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. They look at you, confused for a moment, then puff out their chest. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice and make your way out of the castle. You decide to never leave home again for the rest of your life. Damn, she became a shut-in. She's a NEET now. Escaped Maiden B. Okay. 3 left. Let's see. What do we have next? Okay. Obedient, trusting, and disloyal. Okay. Trusting, obedient, and disloyal. Okay. Skip. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. As if. Okay, then they're talking about their assassination. The hero shakes his head. He said that if this was the true nature of the demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. They take off into the castle, and then the unreliable hero follows shortly after. Okay, so they try to warn her. Okay. Yeah. And she kills the underling, you pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. Devout maiden end. Okay. So what's next? Oh, we got this ending. We still didn't get this one. What's going on here? Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. Antisocial. Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. And disloyal. Alright. Now that should be it, right? Okay. Obedient. They immediately noticed you overheard them. The underling you recognized from before is the first to do something about it. This is the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. At that moment, you regret having ever trusted demons. You die instantly. Damn. Slaughtered maiden end. Okay. Last but not least. At least in this set. It's time for the true ending. So for the true ending, antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, disloyal, and merciful. Resolute. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Maiden's true end. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 2. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers? You decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? There's nothing you can do by acting from within their story. Maybe it's time to take things in your own hands. Oh. You are? Well, let's read the second letter. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I've opened my own theater, my very own theater. I'd be so proud. Could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. But I'm sorry for going ahead without you. But I thought, if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. Ah, we have a new character. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible powers to warp everyone to safety. Didn't know you could do that. What's going on here? Take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you. But why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. I guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Hi guys! Hi guys, it's me. Just a random black silhouetted person. Let's just say I've come to save you. He explained to the group that you've witnessed their many terrible intertwining fates, and now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be. Our god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now. Enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way into the stage, didn't you? Did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me tragedy, if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send them each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. No, I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of all these bad endings. And frankly, you should have never come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending? It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God. Oh, the stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. To defend. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. Attack! You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much as of a masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. They're still suffering backstage. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right. I came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Summon. You find the hero in his room, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain it in a way that the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby. I wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes for the hero would be nice. He is overjoyed by your answer. Apparently, his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. True end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero. Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the only one who's been killing us, murderer. I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. You'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Okay. Let's get the maiden. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church. Her heart setting on meeting a demon. Perfect timing! She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you are not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you, excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She's the catalyst of the story, after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so... You ask what it is she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by her question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. True end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You won't be, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. And I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Oh, it's with a bloody face. Alright, let's summon the underling. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. Underling is on guard duty, as you'd expect. You call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? Explain that no, you're not an intruder. Though you are definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle? The underling, You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. Huh. I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Oh no. Oh yes, where he gets choked and stabbed to death. I think last but not least is the Overlord. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches of the wall. You close the door behind you. The Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle to serve me? You explain that no, we're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was an endless and self-perpetuating. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. Oh! I didn't know that. Dang. She's so tired of doing all kinds of demon stuff that she killed her own father, and she said, yeah, screw him. I just want to sleep all day. Damn, girl. You didn't have to go that far, but I guess he is kind of a bad guy, I suppose. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. Oh, you said it better than I did. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I really wish to be left alone, live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. I realize she must actually be very lonely, only to be surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. Offer a solution, and very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. Okay, now we got the whole squad. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you've bought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You prevented me from attaining peace for long. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. That's when she rages when the maiden is killed. Now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me! Okay. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Kindness. The maiden tries to appeal tragedy with kindness. So naive. I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. Oh. Hope. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. Sorry. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Tenacity? Knock me down and I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. It should be ambition. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. Everyone's hearts united. Take aim toward your best possible futures. You all unleashed one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. Ooh, nice. That's GG's for tragedy. You've done it. You managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. Thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. I couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it, I wonder? We say no? No. Well, I did my best. Happy endings shouldn't always come so easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. Oh! Cleared the game! Nice. Now the hero is finally became a tailor. Oh, look at him. Oh. It's kind of sounds like Vocaloid. Featuring Eleanor Fort. Wonder if she's a voice bank. Oh, that's all. The last picture is all the letters that we collected. Here's the black figure there again. Aww. There's definitely has to be. The letters say something that perhaps all of this is written by a person who misses someone else. Wait, something's missing. Huh? Oh, you're still here. The curtain has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell, after all. There is one more. Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? It's because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Oh, you gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing... Oh! I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. Can't help but compare my face to the maidens. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons, or even heroes, really. It was a girl eager to set out, fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable. For a time, everything was just wonderful. Their families, communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. Oh! Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the types of stories where love conquers all, where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. Then I started this theater. But this story... Huh? Ah! I was hoping to find you. It's you! It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why did you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Aww. Now, truly, everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. Ah. Oh man. It's... Yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember this ending from when I watched this game before. And it actually hits you in the heart a lot more when you actually experience it yourself. I mean, experience the game yourself. But you know what? I'm actually glad that both of them are finally together. Yep. I think that's it. You've cleared the game. And, yeah. I did expect it that we could finish it in one day, but I guess we did. Yeah, that was quite good. That was no, not good. It was great. It was great. It was great. Like, having all 4 stories intertwined together. It's not 4 stories. It's just one big story with multiple viewpoints. And we know a lot of authors usually insert their experiences in some forms of fiction, in some forms of their writing. And this is pretty much a good example here. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game, and you know what? I'm really glad that we got that good ending. Because, you know, yeah. Good people deserve each other, man. No matter who they are, no matter what their gender is, no matter what their race is or anything like that. Everyone deserves a chance in love. Fall in love. Well, as long as you're a good human being, of course. You don't need to be a bad guy, yeah. Of course, we know that. Anyway, I think that should be it for tonight. For anyone who's going to watch the archive, I appreciate it. Even those who actually took a glimpse on the stream, because I know it's Christmas Eve and I'm pretty sure everyone is pretty much busy with the festivities, and especially tomorrow because it's Christmas Day. So hope everyone who's celebrating Christmas has a very happy holiday. Please have some joyous times with your friends and family. Eat well, and don't get too drunk and drive or do something crazy that may hurt anyone. Yeah, just have a great holiday. Hope you all have a great holiday. Well, for those who celebrate it, of course. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Yes, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll try to work up a schedule for the entire week. And that includes Sunday as well, because on Sunday, which is New Year's Eve, we're probably gonna have a nice little Zatsudan in order to talk about what happened throughout the entire year and what to hope to expect in 2024. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all have a great evening or great night. If you are going to watch the archive, I would appreciate it if you do, because I really enjoyed this game and I really enjoyed narrating this game. It's a good practice in order to help with my line delivery, because I mentioned in my one of my goals in my first stream is to get better at voice acting. So VNs like these help a lot in doing so. All right, I will see you guys on hopefully Tuesday. Maybe on Tuesday we'll be playing Continuing Perfect Tides. Hopefully it doesn't crash on us again like it happened last time. And that was a weird ass glitch, I tell you. But we're gonna save in every single moment. Just in order to avoid that. Alright, yeah. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye!